crazy right now. But hey y'all, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, it's gonna be like two parts, I guess. The first part, I'm gonna show y'all everything that I got for Valentine's Day, and the second part is I'm gonna show y'all every book I read during the month of January. And yeah, so first let's get on to the things that I got for Valentine's Day. Don't mind my blue lips. I had a cupcake with blue icing on it. And also don't mind my face. I had to do 80s makeup for an aesthetics assignment, and it was a lot. I'm about to go shower after I film this video, but I've been meaning to film it for such a long time, and I just haven't had a moment until now to film it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So first, this bag that I got for, I'm counting it as Valentine's Day. It really wasn't for Valentine's Day, but yeah, it's for school. First, I got these 3 mixing bowls from Fraymar. I thought they were really cute, and yeah, I meant to take these to school with me today, but I forgot them at my house, which is kind of good because now I get to film this video. Next is these, also from Fraymar, these color brushes. They're really soft. I'm really excited to try these out tomorrow. So yeah, and they match my bowls, except for I don't have a green one, but that's all right. And then I got this round brush. It's from Amiki. If I can get it open so I can show y'all. It comes with like this cool like little stand. I'm probably not going to use this just because I don't want to hassle trying to get it off when I graduate in a year. So this I'm just gonna keep at my house because I don't know what else to do with it. Then it comes with these 2 cool little sectioning clips, which what I have learned throughout my 6 months of being in cosmetology school is you can never have too many hair clips. Next, this is the actual brush, which is cool. I got like the medium size just because I like a good medium size. I don't know how I'm gonna like this, but I didn't want one that was too small, but I didn't want one that was too big, because the ones that are too small you can't use on clients with hair kind of like mine, like really thick, and the ones that are too big, it's like kind of awkward to use it on clients with thinner hair. So I thought a good medium brush would be the way to go. And it comes with its own little sectioning pick, so I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't realize that until I read the box. Like, I had opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because I didn't know it came with like clips and everything. I thought it was just the brush, and then I read the box, I was like, wait. But yeah. And then lastly, for school, I got these foils. There's 500 of them, and then they're the little cowgirl little things. So I'm really excited to use these. I'm gonna save these for like actual clients. I'm not just gonna waste them on my doll, because like, no, I'll waste the school's ones for my dolls. Thank you. And I'm gonna put this right beside my backpack so I don't forget it tomorrow. And then next, what I got for Valentine's Day, this is so exciting. I got the One Direction perfume. Oh, that moment. I've been wanting this perfume literally since it came out in 2013. Y'all know how old I was in 2013? I was 7. I was 7 years old, begging for this perfume, and I never got it because why does a 7-year-old need this? But now I have it, and it actually smells really good, but you can tell that it's like really old. But I'm saving this for the rest of my life. Like, I'm only gonna wear it on special occasions. It's staying in the box. Like, what? Like, and like the box, considering that it is like, what, 13 years old? Yeah, 13 years old. It's in pretty good condition. Oh my gosh, guys, my poor backpack. I'm just looking at it and it's like breaking at the seams. Anyway, so now we're moving on to the book review. So I actually didn't read for like the first 2 weeks of January, and then we had that huge snowstorm hit, and I was locked in my house for like a week and a half, pretty much. Probably a little closer to 2 weeks, but I read 5 books in the span of like, let's just say like a week and a half, which I think is pretty good, and that's kind of got me in a habit of reading at least 1 chapter a day. So like, as of right now in February, I've finished 3 books, which I think is pretty good, and I just started a new one. So yeah, and I've been trying to like switch from like a romance, like read a romance and then read something that's like either like a row fantasy. What is it called? Romantasy. Yeah, that's what it's called. Romantic fantasy. That, or like a thriller or something along those lines. So I'm not like just reading romance books, which is kind of what I've done in the past, which can get kind of repetitive over a while. But anyway, so the first book I read this month was That Baby by Julian Dodd, and I gave this a 5-star. I love Julian Dodd's books so much. The That Boy series is so good because like honestly it doesn't even really feel like you're reading that much. It just kind of feels like someone is just like calling you and telling you about their day. Like, it doesn't even feel like you're reading, which I think is like the best books, where you can read it and feel like you're just reading like a text from your friend, or you're on FaceTime with your friend and they're just telling you about their day or something that happened to them. Because like, I don't know, I just think that those are like the best books because they're so fast paced, they're so easy to get through and to understand what's happening. So yeah, if you haven't read a book by Julian Dodd, especially That Boy, it's so good. Like, and it's like basic, like everything in these books can actually happen, and it's like not, oh my gosh, I don't know what I was even gonna say there, but like they can actually happen. Like, these are just 2 childhood best friends who fell in love, and they're still friends with their other friend, and like, it's so good, and they're just like kind of growing up together. It kind of reminds me of Friends a little bit, just of the dynamic between them. Not that the storyline is anything like the TV show Friends, but the dynamic, I think, just because you kind of get to see them really grow up and live their lives, which I really like. Next is The Housemaid Was Watching, which is the last Housemaid book of the trilogy. This was really good. I know a lot of people, like a lot of my friends and family, had said that they didn't enjoy this book as much as the other two, which I kind of agree, because I feel like the beginning was very slow, and I was kind of waiting on the whole mystery about it. Like, to me, there wasn't really that big of a mystery up until like the very end, and the plot twist in this one was crazy, because like normally with the first two books, the first one I completely guessed. The second one, I kind of had like an inkling of what was going on, but I didn't fully guess it. But I had some theories. This one I had no theories, because I had no idea what was going on. Not because her writing was bad. It was just like I didn't know really what to think. And that's also a good book. Books that make you think are also good books. So I rated this a 5-star. I can't remember if I said that or not. But then I read Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage, and this is the last book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I think it's the last one. I don't really know what else she'd write about, but I really do love the Wild Ranch, Rebel Blue Ranch series. I don't know. It's just, I feel like each book makes you fall in love with the characters even more, and like even the characters that, you know, the books are past their books, and they make appearances in these ones. I just think that it really just kind of shows, I don't know what I was going with that, but like it just makes you fall more in love with like Luke and Emmy and Teddy and everybody. And yeah, I really do love how they added Camille into, I really love how she added Camille into the series, just because I really didn't know if she was going to, because in my opinion, yes, she was a important character, but in the first 3 she wasn't really that seen, or like she didn't strike me as a character that really had a big plot to her. Like, yes, she was what's his face's baby daddy or baby mama. I forgot his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. It's not Wes. Who is it? What the freak? Who am I? What's his name? How did I forget? Riley's dad. How did I forget his name? What? Like, honestly, how did I forget his name? What's his name? I'm gonna find his name and I'm gonna remember it. There's always like one character that I just like cannot remember what their name is, but I love him to death. He's with Teddy. Hold on. It's not. Is it Ryder? It's not Brooks. Gus. Is that his name? Shit, I don't know. It's one of them. I think it is Gus. My brain is mush, but long story short, I'm glad that she did a book about Cam, because I think it was really sweet and it was a good way to end the series. I think the series has ended. I don't know. Anyway, and then I read Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood, because I kind of realized it had been a while since I read an Allie Hazelwood book, and I love Allie Hazelwood. But I did give this one a 3.5 5-star, just because I do feel like you could definitely tell that this was her debut novel. And even though it was good, it's just sometimes I wish, as much as I love Allie Hazelwood, I do wish she'd like leave a lot of the political stuff she puts in these books out of the story, just because I don't feel like it adds anything to the story. Like, I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary. But at the end of the day, I really do love all of her books. It's just, I feel like you could definitely tell that this was her first one. But all of her other ones are so good. She's gotten so much better throughout the years. And I love when you can, like, read an author's first book and then read their most latest book, and you can see and really tell how much growth there has been. And you could definitely tell that with her. So, yeah. Which I do like this book. I don't know really anything about chess. So, it was like a little bit confusing. Because I'm like, is chess really that like big of a deal? But I don't really know. I don't play chess, and I don't really know anyone who does. But I love a good Rivals to Lovers, and I liked this one. And I like how it had kind of like a little bit of a Nepo baby type feel to it. Anyway, and another thing that I liked about this book, the main character, Mallory. She, at the beginning, she was like all nonchalant about it. She was like, I actually really hate playing chess, but like I have to like support my family. But like secretly deep down she like really loves it, and she really misses it. So I love how like you could tell that like she actually cares, but like she's trying to put up a front that she doesn't really care, and she's only there for the money. But yeah, and how their relationship develops throughout the book is chef's kiss. That's one good thing that Allie Hazelwood does, is she shows the development for the characters, and it's not just straight up, because a lot of authors, I feel like, you'll meet the characters will meet, and then the next chapter they're doing the nasty, and I'm like, how did we get from, hey, nice to meet you, what's your name, to that? Because I mean, like, sometimes I guess that does happen in real life, but like most of the time I feel like that doesn't really happen. They go on at least a couple of dates first. But I really do like how each of her characters, like, she really thinks about the backstory, and she really shows character development in her books, and she shows the development of the relationship. It's not just straight up immediate, there's a little bit of yearning and fighting and stuff like that. So yeah. Next, this is the last book I read in January. This was a long one. This is A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I gave this a 4-star because there's a lot going on in this book. But like the last 100 pages, I was just like, what? And I do like this series a lot more than I thought it would, because like this is like my first kind of romantic-y series, and I didn't know if I'd like it, but I love Fourth Wing, so I do really like this. I don't like it as much as I like Fourth Wing, but I do like that. And I like how Freya is kind of like a very strong, independent character, and she, like, yes, she has what's his face, not Tamlin, Ryerson. She has Ryerson by her side, but like he's not controlling her, and he kind of knows that he can't control her, and she makes her own decisions, and she can do her own stuff, and I like that, because I feel like a lot of the times with fantasy especially, you'll have a good female lead, but like she kind of just goes along with everything that the guy says, and she's like not really her own person. But one thing that I love about Fourth Wing and the ACOTAR series is that the female characters are not only the main characters, but they're like the leaders. You know, they're the ones doing a lot of the fighting. They're the ones making decisions. They're the ones going out here and doing stuff, and they're not following the men. The men are following them, which I really like, and it's kind of like refreshing to see that after, you know, so many years of like growing up watching like all these like movies about like just girls following the guys, and you know, sometimes that's okay, but also sometimes you just want a strong female lead, and that's what I really love about those books. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Oh, the Daytona 500 was last night, and I'm still not over it. As a Chase Elliott fan, my heart is still broken. Not only as a Chase Elliott fan, but also as a Carson Hocevar fan. I have watched Carson Hocevar almost win I don't know how many races, and just the last few handful of laps, something goes wrong and this man will be leading, and then he ends up crashing and finishing last, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen soon. I hope that Carson's gonna get his first win. I really hope so. Connor Zilic was doing good there for a hot minute too, and then he crashed. But yeah, Daytona 500 definitely stung a little bit, because all of my drivers wrecked, which was not fun. But at least Chase Elliott came home with a 4th place finish, and he's currently 3rd in the championship. Which I know the championship really doesn't really matter right now because it was the first race, but at least it's good to start at a good position in that, I think. But yeah, that's really it. Yeah. Deuces.